Hey there, need a cool scroll prop for your next D&D or LARPing session? Or just as cool room decor? Well, look no further, have I got a video for you. Check this out. I'm going to show you how to make these easy DIY scroll props so you can use them for whatever you want. Let's get into it. The first scroll we are going to make is ridiculously easy. Take a sheet of ancient paper. If you don't happen to have any lying around, don't worry. You can make some by watching this video here, which I will link in the cards and at the end of this video. You will also need a length of twine or ribbon depending on the look you are going for. Then it's as easy as rolling up the ancient paper, wrapping the twine around the paper roll, or dare I say scroll, and tying it off. Now go ahead and make a bunch of these because they are stupidly easy. Seriously, go on now, decorate your room with scrolls. I'll wait. For the second scroll, take a piece of 3/4 inch doweling. I use 3/4 inch because that's what I had left over from my lightsaber build. Measure the doweling to the width of your ancient paper. Mine was 8.5 inches. Then break the doweling at that point because you're strong like a bear in the forest. If you're lacking in that department, you can also use a saw. Next, you're going to find some old dresser knobs that keep falling off your dresser. Then check the length of screws that come with the knobs before magicking holes into both ends of the doweling. If you don't possess magical abilities, you can also use a drill. Make the hole large enough for the end of the screw. Now take an acrylic paint color of your choice. It is wise, however, to pick one that coordinates well with the knobs you procured. I chose black. Paint the doweling with a couple of coats of paint. You can speed up the drying time with a heat gun. I would also recommend removing or sanding off any stickers prior to starting this step. I like to keep things interesting, however, and did that like halfway through. I don't know why, I just was lazy, okay? Once the paint is dry, you can squirt a dollop of hot glue into one of the end holes and then quickly force the knob with screw attached into the hole, while you pray to the craft gods that your glue doesn't harden before it's in place. Once the glue dries a little, you can go ahead and tighten the knob onto the doweling. To ensure you can do this step, prep the screws in the knobs by tightening them most but not all the way, and also dry fitting the knobs and doweling to ensure the holes you magicked are deep enough. I sprayed the painted doweling with acrylic sealer, but this step is completely unnecessary and quite frankly probably useless because we're going to cover it in paper anyway. And now you have a scroll rod. Cool, let's make some more. Take another piece of 3/4 inch doweling and cut it to 1.5 inches larger than the width of your ancient paper. Mine I cut to around 10 inches. Sand the ends to remove any imperfections left by the saw or user error. Then grab your paints. Choose whatever color suits your fancy. I picked a couple of shades of brown and a gold. Paint your rod to look like a fancier piece of wood, like something found in an ancient library. And if you feel like your rod doesn't need any embellishment, then you can forego the painting step. Awesome, now we have 2 scroll rods. So I tried a new thing for this video. I mean, it's all new, but I wanted to make scroll rod ends out of foam, and I failed. Perhaps if you're more talented than me, you can make this work, but I ultimately decided this was too much effort at this time. So instead of filling my basement with foam dust, I decided to rummage through some odds and ends my dad gave me from his shop. And I hit the jackpot! Thanks, Dad! I'm not exactly sure what these originally were, but they are now going to become scroll ends. Remember, craft friends, someone else's junk is your treasure. Okay, so once you've pilfered some old knobs from somewhere, cut another piece of doweling to the width of your ancient paper. Grab some smaller doweling or dowel pins. I used some craft doweling and cut a couple of pieces to 1.5 inches in length to create dowel pins. Then magic or drill holes into the ends of the 3/4 inch doweling and old knobs. Once that's done and your magic is spent for the day, grab your glue gun or wood glue and glue the dowel pins into the 3/4 inch scroll rod. Then attach the old knobs the same way. Cool! Then scroll your phone for inspiration or procrastination. Then prime the rod. Or not. I did only because the wooden knobs I found had paint on them. I could have easily sanded them, but to be honest, I wasn't feeling the best. and I didn't want to. Anyway, enough about me. Slap some more acrylic paint on the scroll rod, same as before. Now look at that! You have 3 rods to play with. Well, these are fun to joke about. I think we need to make the actual scrolls now. I used some rubber cement, aka contact cement, and glued a sheet of ancient paper to the scroll rod. Then I added as many more sheets as I wanted, either by gluing the ends together with contact cement or just with a glue stick. Then roll the paper onto the scroll rods. You can prevent the scrolls from unraveling by tying some fancy rope or twine around them. If you're cooler than me and happen to have some wax and a stamp, you could seal them that way as well. And just like that, you have your very own scroll props to use for D&D, LARPing, or just as cool room decor. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you so much if you made it this far. If you didn't, try harder next time. My name is Pam, and this is Total Pamarchy, the craft channel with a little anarchy. Until next time, bye! Nitro. Hey, are you a bad boy? Did you chew on something you weren't supposed to? Did you put teeth marks in something I was gonna use? Goodbye, Nitro.